Sabi ko, the business of giving actually improving. So, mahirap magbigay eh. Totoo lang, napakahirap magbigay. Lalo na kung nagsisimula pa lang tayong Kristiyano. No? And I would like to be honest with you, nung ako'y batang Kristiyano, hindi ako nagbibigay. Hindi ako nagbibigay. Kasi ang una ko sinasabi, pinagpagulong ko siya. Diba? Ang hirap kumita. Overtime. Tapos aawayin ka ng boss mo. Tapos bibigay mo lang. Tapos walang tigil ng pagbibigay. Binibigay mo pa lang yung tithes mo. Meron ng tuturo kagad siya yung sacrificial. Tuturo sa iyo yung Thanksgiving. Na-offend kagad ako nun. Sabi ko, teka muna. Hinay-hinay tayo, mami. Sabi ko sa misis ko. Kasi, paano naman yung atin? Diba, yun ang usual eh. Diba, yun ang, you might not experience that, what do you call this? Yung bang personally, pero without any hesitation, ginagawa mo na pala. Ito I'll just ask a very specific example, specific answer. Nagtanong si Pastor, sabi niya, New Year's resolution niyo, ano? Pwede ko ba malaman kung ano yung nasa number 1 list? Very quickly lang. Sige, para... New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution, but...
Kasi, di ba? Kasi lang. Very quickly.
Ayan, New Year's resolution, mag-lose weight.
New Year's resolution. Nasa...
Bawas ng pagkain.
Bawas ng pagkain ba niya? Lagi na yan?
Sorry ah.
Mag-limit ka na lang ng sabi.
Isa pa. New Year's resolution. Oo, kaya mo yan. Ano yung New Year's resolution mo? Unang-una, nung bago pa lang tumiktak yung bago lang.
Gising na maaga.
Gigising na maaga. Sige. Lumakas. Okay. So, iba't iba, di ba? Alam niyo kung ano New Year's resolution ko? Gumawa ako ng listahan. Lahat. Paano ko ba sabihin? Lahat ng nabigyan ko. Tapos, tumutuply ko ng 2. Para yun ang objective ko for 20. Okay, ngayon. Hindi naman kaya ito totoo eh. May di tamaan ako ngayon. Di ba? Hindi totoo. Kaya lang, after 10 years. Kasi, naramdaman ko yung... Well, hindi lang dahil naramdaman mo yung pagpapala ng Panginoon. Eto, tutuloy na natin ha. Kasi, we got used to this. Okay, sabi ko nga, paborito ko to eh. Paborito namin ni Mervyn ito. Kasi ito yung naging bunga nung panliligaw ko sa nanay niya eh. Saka attend ko ng service sa Laguna. Dahil hindi pa ako Kristiyano noon. Si Ate Melio ang una naging Kristiyano. Okay? So, from ROTC, wala pang NSTP noon, ROTC pa. Sunday afternoon, 12 o'clock, after ng break, tapos na yung aming, ilang oras ba yun? From 8 o'clock to 12 eh, no? Init. Kasakay na ako niya ng Loton, papunta na. Sino mga taga Laguna rito? Meron, wala. So, sakay ako ng Loton, reach Laguna. Pagdating ko na Laguna, I go to... Saan nga ba yung UP na? Los Baños. UP Los Baños. So, ang gagawin una ni Memel, huwag tayo dito sa bahay magkita sa church. So, pupunta ako ng church, attend ako ng preaching. Siyempre, naliligaw ka, di ba? So, you want to please yung babae gusto mong makuha. No? Attend ako ng, di ba? Attend ako ng preaching. Pinag-forward ako. Kailangan eh. Di ba? Ito reality check to for all of you Kaya women, I'm telling you, lahat naman ay talagang merong tinatawag na destiny. At never in my wildest dream that I'll be with you right now in front of you making a testimony. Kasi, pinuhin nyo na puyas na lang ako mag-forward eh. Si Arnold, na nanliligaw ako kay Memel, no, during that time, ang nag-win sa akin sa Panginoon. Sabi ko, kanibal ko. Gusto kong maligtas. Baliw yata ito. Di ba? But eventually, he even gave me my first Bible. You know, this guy, Arnold. And from then on, uma-attend ako, nadidiligan, lumalago, tapos narinig ko to. Yung pastor ng Espanya, sabi niya, I would like to explain the word give. Ito yung words na yan. Sabi niya, G stands for give. Why? I-explain niya. The usual problem is that the traditional approach is to reciprocate. Yan ang principle of reciprocity. Magbibigay ako, kasi binigyan ako. Nakatanggap ako ng regalo, nakakahiya namang hindi ako gumanti. Di ba? At ang usong-uso sa mga Pilipino, utang na loob. Ayoko, may utang na loob dyan. Kailangan regaluhan ko rin yan. Di ba? But this version will still point us to the right direction. Bakit? We give because He first gave. In-explain ni Pastor. Sabi niya, hindi po totoo lang, that we're just giving back what God practically gave us because He gave us His Son. First, without any hesitation. So ngayon, dahil naramdaman mo yung pagmamahal ng Panginoon, dahil sinabi mo, di ba, tinanggap mo na yung kaligtasan na nanggaling sa Kanya. Eh ano naman ang ibibigay mo ngayon sa Panginoon? Doon lahat nagsimula. Oo nga, no? So what will I give God that wala pa siya? So ang dapat mong gawin is to worship Him. To please Him. Di ba yun naman talaga yung usual na dapat gawin ng isang Kristiyano? So, unti-unti, until your Ate Memel transferred from Diliman, from Los Baños to Diliman. So, naghanap na siya ng church dito at nakita niya itong church na ito. Okay? And at the same time, si Eric Torres, during that time, sumusunod pa rin sa nililigawan niya, di ba? So, kung saan pumunta si Ate Memel, sumunod ako. Sumunod ako. Kaya alam niyo na ngayon, kahit anong ginagawa ng Ate Memel, okay lang sa akin. Kasi kundi dahil sa kanya, di ba? So, in effect, eventually, narinig ko si tatay mag-preach. Nahulog ang pang ako. As in, nakikinig ako, hindi ako kumukurat. Baka, o hindi ko inaalis ang tingin ko sa kanya. First time ko siyang marinig. Sabi ko, hindi na ako magdududa talaga. Talagang mali yung unang napasukan ko. Which is, I'm a Catholic. By the way, if you are not aware, I just want to mention this. Alam na ni Mervin, kasi paulit-ulit yung kinukwento. I graduated sa tutorial of my class. Okay? In high school. I was best in science, best in etc., best in etc. I was even featured in the television, yung Astro Quiz, wherein I became the champion, together with my wife, syempre. Grupo yun eh. So, we were undefeated. But, meron akong isang pinakamatinding accomplishment ng high school na hindi ko na maipagmalaki ngayon. Alam niyo kung ano yan? Best in religion ako. Best in religion in a Catholic university, in a Catholic school. And I did catechism. I was a catechist. I go to several schools. I teach all about Mary. How to pray the rosary. I will lead 500,000 of people praying the rosary. Why? I didn't know Christ during that time. Hindi nyo ba napipingin yung how blessed you are? That you can serve Him as early as, imagine during that time, di ba? Ang hirap. Naintindihan nyo ba yung sitwasyon ko na lahat ng makakita sa akin, na nandito ako sa Bible Bag during that time, lahat kino-question nila yung credibility ko. Oh, hindi totoo yan. Napilitan ka lang. Ang hirap. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako lulugan. Di ba? Baka nga napilitan lang ako. Eh, hindi ako napilitan. Hindi, napilitan lang ako. Parang gano'n, no? But as I heard Tatay Abante, sabi ko, hindi ako talaga napilitan. Talagang ito yung tamang simbahan para sa akin. Kaya nga lang, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang nakalakihan ko, ito eh. Kaya nung tiniteach nila yung giving, hindi ko maintindihan fully until finally, in-explain na nila. Sabi nila, dapat kasi God's version. Do you know what's God's version? It must be by way of your own initiative. Na binago lang ngayon ng mga authors ng libro, ginawang paying it forward. Pero sa totoo lang, luma na yun. Walang bago sa Panginoon. Luma na eh. Ang Panginoon ang unang nag-pay forward ng buhay niya. Can we match that? We cannot. Kasi yun ang una talaga, yun ang original na paying forward. Ngayon, ang question, ilan sa atin ngayon ang paying forward? Not paying backward because somebody gave us something. Okay, ngayon. Kita nyo ha, give and it should be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together, running over. Shall men give into your bosom, for with the same measure that you need withal, it shall be measured to you again. Okay. So, this verse relates to generosity in effect. Kindness, unselfishness, and willingness to give. Ito yung pinakamabigat sa lahat. You cannot do this, yung paying forward, when the condition is, you always think of yourself. Eh, paano naman ako? Paano yung sa akin? Paano kung wala nang matira? Di ba? Yun ang pinakamatinding ear hurdle ng isang Kristiyano sa lahat. Paano pag walang natira? Paano yung iniipon ko para sa mapapangasawa ko? Paano yung mga naipon ko na? Mahirap, di ba? Oh. But unless otherwise, you were able to hurdle that point na sinasabi natin, think of others other than yourself, then you will start to give through initiative. Okay? Tapos, ang matindi dyan, iba yung approach pa ng Panginoon. Di ba? Principle of reciprocity, principle of paying forward. Ito naman ang principle ng Panginoon. It's all about love. Kasi mahal niya tayo, kaya siya nagbigay. Di ba? Paulit-ulit tayo niyan. Pero, are we not aware that when Luke is writing this, he was also writing this because of his love for the Gentiles, because he's a Gentile. Imagine kung walang Luke na isang hentil na katulad natin, na nagsulat para lang sabihin nito na ito ang Panginoon na buhay, namatay, nabuhay na maguli because of love. Kanino? Sa atin. So yun ang approach niya. So remember, siguro ang unang pagbibigay, by the way, hindi mo natin pinag-uusapan dito ang pera. Sabi ko nga kay Vincent, hindi ho pera ang pinag-uusapan dito ah. Kasi yung pera, lahat naman tayo meron yan eh. Depende na lang sa level ng sitwasyon. Pero lahat meron. Pero may isang bagay na pare-parehas tayo lahat. Na walang level. Alam niyo kung ano yun? Time. Meron naman lahat time eh. Walang level-level niya kasi 24 hours lang lahat tayo meron. Correct? Pero yung pagbibigay ng oras para sa Panginoon o pagbibigay ng oras sa isang kapatid o sa mga kapatid niya, ibang level yun. Kasi bakit? Kasi pwede na. Tell me if I'm wrong. Ang sarap matulog paghapon eh. Lalo na pag galing ka sa ospital. Ang sarap matulog ha. Pero no. But to tell you frankly, hindi ko magagawang matulog pag may offer na gano'n. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi ang passion ko, ang desire ko, ang love ko, yung masabi ko to. Nakuha niyo? Yun yung love ko eh. Okay, give. Yan ang letter G. Ngayon, ito yung matindi. Well, may in and out, alam na natin yan, no? Kasi sinabi nyo, alam nyo na yung levels eh. I don't need to discuss that. But in both ways, you must live it. Ngayon, eto, are you not aware that giving is a command? It's not even a request. Ito ganyan ha. That's why, letter I means immediately you give. Ito ha. Give. Kama. Bigyan na emphasis. Pwede namang you must give. Pero give Didirito ang kama. But before you give, you must receive. Wala nakalagay dyan eh. Diba? Automatic yan, no? Give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down. Clear, very clear eh. It is a command. My dear brothers and sisters, it is not a request coming from God. It is a command to all of us Christians to give. Okay, now, the immediately, di ba? Kaya immediately. It is not a contractual obligation. Hindi ho ito kontrata na may pinirmahan tayo, kaya kailangan natin magbigay. Pinirmahan na ng Panginoon, matagal na, ng dugo niya. Okay? Kita nyo ha? And I give unto them eternal life. Meron ba siyang sinabi niyang, only if they... Wala eh. Sinabi niya na kagad yun. In John 10:28, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. No conditions. Kaya ganun din dapat tayo. And while I was reading my Matthew Henry, Nina, pwede ko ba ikwento to? Okay. Alam niyo ba kung gaano kamahal ko itong Matthew Henry kong ito? Yeah. Study Bible. To the point na naka-museum yan. Naka-museum. Bakit? Kasi yung merong lagda ni Tatay Abante yung hindi ko na sasabihin kung anong sinulat niya. Ngayon ang tanong, bakit ako binigyan ng Bible ni Tatay Abante? Kasi tinawag niya ako, Brother Eric Torres, can you please lead the Bible reading? Wow, sabi ko, for the first time, I'll read my Bible. So I went upstairs, I read my Bible with eloquence. Yan, you know, etc., etc. But while I was reading it, all of the members of the congregation are all looking at me. Did I said something wrong? Did I commit any mistake? Di ba? And then when I went down, hinatak ako ng mahal kong ninang. Eric, ang binabasa mo, New Testament. Ay, ano nga? NIV. Saan mo na mo yung Bible mo yan? Kaya yung pala, si Arnold, kaya pa niya binigay sa akin. May sama talaga rin ang loob sa akin. Kaya na pala binigay sa akin. Ang galing na, hindi ko na ako po yung agad. Imagine, I have to be humiliated in my life reading an NIV Bible, di ba? So, ano ginawa ni Pastor? Halika. I come down. I need to talk to you. So, I was talking to my pastor during that time, Pastor Tatay Abante. Sabi niya, I want you to have this Bible. And then he wrote something that I can never forget. And until now, I'm trying my best so that I know that someday we will see each other and I'll tell him, Tay, yung binigay mo ha, hindi ko binabayaan niya. So, my Matthew Henry Study Bible said, the manner of conveyance is free. It is not bargained and sold upon a valuable consideration. Can you still remember? Sorry, medyo legal na content. When is a contract binding? Remember, there must be three elements. COC. There must be consent. There must be object. And there must be a consideration. This movie I'm giving it to you for free. Is that a contract? The answer is no. Why is it not? There is a consent. Giving. Him accepting. So, consenting. Is there an object? Yes. Is there a consideration? There's none because I didn't receive anything, right? So, therefore, attorney, acting, there is no contract because there's no COC. In the absence of consideration, it is a donation. It is a gift. And God is like that. Without even our consent. You can imagine that? Ganun katindi ang Panginoon, di ba? O ngayon, letter I tayo niyan, ha? How about letter V? It is a virtue. Ano ba yung virtue? Aba kabutihan at kagandahan asal yan eh. Nakaramihan, wala na. Sabi ng professor ko noon, imagine if, the principle of paying forward, imagine if I'm going to give something to Vincent. And Vincent, instead of reciprocating, will give it to another person. And that person, instead of reciprocating, will give it to another person. What a better world we're going to have. But that is not the view of the world. The view of the world is still reciprocal. Di ba? Up to now. Ganun pa rin. Now, sabi niya, and beside this giving, all diligence, add to your faith. So, my dear brothers and sisters, very clear. Una muna yung faith. So, in order for you to have this good virtue of giving, may pananampalataya ka muna. Because if you don't have the faith sa Panginoon, wala, you won't give. It's so hard to give if you're just alone. Or meaning, you're just considering your own humanity. Wala yan. Okay? Now, so it's a virtue. You can imagine, even Winston, we are even encouraged to participate. By whom? By God. Sabi niya, therefore, as ye abound in everything in faith, in utterance and knowledge, and in all diligence in your love to us, see that you abound in this grace. What is this grace also? The grace of giving. Bakit niya sinasabi sa mga taga-Corinth yan? Kasi ang mga taga-Corinth, di ba? Hindi lang kuripot eh. Hindi na sila kuripot talaga. Inborn. Talent. Talent na yung mag-withhold. Do you know? Napasuko ako niya, I was invited by Mrs. Shaw. Mrs. Shaw is a client of mine. And also one of those people who are donating something to our church every now and then. Pag sumulat tayo, magdo-donate sila. Mga evangelical. Eric, nakita ko dun sa newsletter ninyo, kung magkano yung tithes and offerings ninyo, saka sacrificial offering, ang tindi nyo, pwede bang magsalita ka naman? Sabi ko, saan? Sa congregation namin. Congregation ng evangelicals. Paano gagawin ko nito? I cannot say no because she's my client. So I attended. So I saw the congregation. Almost 1,000. Okay? So, ito kayo ang problema ko. Pagdating ko doon, I saw their stage clear. Ang nasa likuran yung banda. Sabi ko gano'n, I cannot speak in front of you without a podium. Kanya po the podium in front. So they did. Naglagay sila ng podium para mag-start ako. And then I started reading the Bible. I taught them about the Macedonian Christians, etc. And mind you, that's their highest giving for that year. I only shared what I've heard from our beloved pastor, and grace duly abound. If you're really into it. Now, sabi ni Winston Churchill, we make a living by what we get. But we make a life by what we give. And this guy also gave his life. So the point is, people will always have a problem not giving because they are not ready to give their lives. Yun ganun ang essence niya. Okay? Okay. Ito pinakamabigat sa lahat. So, letter G is give. Letter I is V is what is letter E? What is expedient? The word expedient, the word expedient simply means advantageous. The word expedient means beneficial. Why? Why is God teaching us to give? Number one, because giving is a form of worship. Giving is one way of pleasing Him. Pero merong third. Bakit niya tayo gusto magbigay? Because it is expedient to all of us. Bakit advantageous to all of us? One, because you will recognize your situation. What situation? That you can give. That you are not in the situation of receiving. Na-feel nyo na ba yun? Yung, please, kailangan ko ng pera ngayon. Please. Na-feel nyo na yun? Ako, na-feel ko yun. Ang hirap nun. Believe me. Ngayon, ang tanong, ano ang napifeel ninyo kapag kami binigyan kayo? Dahil gusto, di ba ang sarap ang feeling? Lalo na tinanggap yung regalo mo, So that's why God is teaching you for your own sake. So that you will feel good about yourself. Ano ba naman yung essence ng buhay mo? Nagtatrabaho ka maghapon para sa sarili mo. My goodness. So, araw-araw, bibilangin mo yung pera mo. Tatawa ka sa gila. Dami kong pera. Araw-araw, nagagawin mo. My goodness, ang hirap nun. Di ba? How would you do that? It's impossible. You know, my son is here, and I will never say that I know that there's so many problems. It's a usual thing for the family. Pero one thing is for sure, a family or my family gave me the impetus to work hard, day and night, etc. But that's only part. Giving to my family makes me happy. There is what? Essence. What is the essence of life? Ngayon, ang essence pa ng buhay niyo. I want to take up my master's, my doctorate, I want to take up my law, I want to take up etc. Correct? And make more money. Tama, no? Sino nakakaalam ng Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Okay, almost everyone. Di ba? Do you know that I need to amend his hierarchy of needs? Do you know that Maslow died just last year? He died last year, and he forgot all about the hierarchy. Because when he was dying, you know what he's looking for? Where's my family? Wala siya doon. Nakalimutan niya pala. First is God, right? Then your church, and then your family. Siguro malamang, walang church. Siguro malamang walang God. Kaya nakalimutan niya yung family. Ano nangyari? In his deathbed, he was looking for his family. He was not looking for self-actualization, self-realization. I am now the CFO. I am now the Vice President. I love what he said. Thank you for telling that story. Actually, I never questioned your ability. Actually, hindi lang naman dahil sinabihan ko siya. He is really good. Everybody knows that. Di ba? Ngayon, I was always like a kuya to him. Oh, tatay na kuya. Like a kuya to him. Panalo ko magkasakit. Like a kuya to the Vincent. Sinasabi ko, like a kuya to all of you, or a tatay to all of you. Kaya na kasi I don't usually incriminate myself, my son knows that. But the point is, time will come that you will realize. Alam mo, gusto ko yung pagpelikula pinapalabas ni Pastor Pastor Pong Cascala. Bakit? Yung cycle of life. Cycle of life. At ngayon nararamdaman ko na. Kasi pinanganak ka, naging anak ka, lumaki ka, nagkatrabaho ka, nagkaroon ka ng degree, nagkaroon ka ng master's, nagkaroon ka ng doctorate, nagkaroon ka ng law, okay? Para ano? Kumita ng malaki. Sumunod, tanong ni Pastor, para ano? Para lumaki yung investments ko, para ano? Para kumita ulit ng mas marami, ano pa? Ha? Para maibigay ko sa pamilya ko yung maganda, ano pa? Susunod. Para pag nagkaasawa yung pamilya nila, magkakaroon pa sila ng apo. I'll take care of them. Para ano pa? Pinlash na ngayon yung susunod. Dalawa na lang ang susunod doon, pagkatapos doon. Dalawa na lang. Sa lahat ng sinabi kong yun, dalawa na lang. Ako, napatingin si Greta, yung mamasters ngayon sa US dito. Dalawa na lang, nasusunod doon. Pagkatapos ng lahat ng pinuwento kong yun. Kasi yun lang naman ang pupuntahan nyo, di ba? Ako naman, iniintay ko na lang magkaapo rin. Di ba? Eventually, because all of us will go there, right? O, di ba? Alam nga naman sabihin mo, ako hindi ako mag-aasawa. Di ba? Ako, I will just stay single. Di pwede, di ba? Hindi naman ikaw ang may hawak doon, Panginoon ang may hawak doon eh. Di ba? O ngayon, meron ka ng anak, nagkaapo ka, anong susunod? Sabi nila, dalawa na lang. Doon sa video. Alam niyo kung ano yan? Una, magkakasakit kayo. Mauuspital kayo. O, di ba totoo? Totoo eh. Ano yung susunod? Mamamatay ka! Oh. Is that a harsh reality? The answer is yes. It is. Ayaw nyo magpakinggan ngayon? Ang sagot, yun. So, magbigay ka na lang. Kasi una, magkakasakit ka rin pala eh. Pangalawa, mamamatay ka pa. Anong gusto mo? Kesa walang umiyak pag namatay ka, diba? Magbigay ka na lang. Kahit pa paano maaalala ka niya. But don't you know, every writer of the books, well, Stephen Covey also just died. Okay? Siya naman na nag-create ng 7 habits. Nag-create siya ng 8 habits. And I'm pretty sure why he created it. It's either he got saved, or he realized these 2 things. That you will get old and you will be sick. And number 2, you will die. When he realized that, he added another habit. Naku, kaya naman nung binasa ko yung habit, I'm now teaching it because it's very important. The last habit is living a legacy. My question, my dear brothers and sisters, what kind of legacy would you like to live? I want to be remembered. Sabi nila, si Eric parang si Santa Claus naman to, ano ba to? I want to be remembered as that. Rather than to be remembered as a person who doesn't want to help. Do you want to be remembered that way? Ang hirap, di ba? So, sinabi nga nila, magsabi ka naman, share ka naman, ito lang ang masasabi ko sa inyo. Nung ako'y batang Kristiyano, hindi ako nagbibigay. Ang ginagawa ko lang, alam niyo kung ano, magtrabaho, magmula umaga hanggang gabi. Para mag-save. Pero, nung pinasa ni Pastor, yung portion na yon, I forgot the verse and the exact book. You toil every day, you put it in your bag that has a hole, di ba? Na parang, walang natitira eh. Bakit gano'n? My wife is working, I am working, double time, she's working double time, we're not getting anywhere. We haven't received anything. Wala. Ang nangyari, patong-patong ang utang namin. Saan? Sa card. Imagine that. So, nagkaroon ng 180 degrees turnaround. When I started giving myself, sabi nga ni Pastor, give yourself, I started giving myself to the Lord and to our church. Everything is a 180 degrees turnaround. Pinupuyos pa lang yung damdamin ko magbigay. Ito naman. I'll try to use Pastor Benny. Si Pastor Benny kasi iba ang dating na, di ba? Na-offend tayo kay Pastor Benny. Di ba totoo naman yan? Kasi malakas ang dating eh. Kasi malakas ang dating niya. Inabot niyo na ba yun yung sinabi niya? Sino ang may ayaw sa akin dito? Sabi gano'n, no? Ganun, sa church. Di may mga tumayo. Lumabas na kayo! Hindi ko rin kayo kayo. Ganun. Kay Pastor Benny, ha? Baka akala nyo, nagbibiro ako. Ganun doon. Okay? Kaya, count your blessings. Napakabait ang pastor niya. Napakabait talaga. But when he preached this, giving, ewan ko kung nandun na kayo, he demonstrated a huge planggana. Okay? Sabi ko, bakit may planggana? Tapos, yung planggana, binuhusan niya ng binuhusan ng bigas. Hanggang sa yung planggana na puno, tumatapon na yung bigas. Sagot niya, is this the example of running over? Sabi niya gano'n. Is this the perfect example of giving, running over, spilling over? Ganun ang banat niya, no? Amen! Sabi namin gano'n. You're all wrong! Sabi niya gano'n, no? Sabi, paano, di ba it's spilling already? Then he started dipping his hand doon sa malaking planggana niya. Meron lata ng sardinas, isa. Lata ng sardinas, dalawa. Mga ano-ano, bato, ang dami. Oh! Pilipina. Kita nyo na! Good measure pa lang yan! Check nyo yung mga sarili nyo ngayon. Baka marami sardinas sa bato dyan sa mga buhay nyo. Kaya akala nyo nag-i-spill over na kayo, hindi pa. Bakit? Kasi marami pang sagabal. Tanggalin nyo muna lahat yung sagabal para magkaroon ng running over. Sabi ko nga, inisa-isa niya, sagabal. Di ba? Number 1. Ilang beses kayo kumakain sa fast food? Magkano? Ang ginagasin. Kasi yung fast food very important. Do you know that your Kuya Eric worked as a Jollibee employee for 2 years? Together with Memel? Si Mami Mia kasama namin during that time, but she is working at Tom Sawyer. Magkakasama kami. Working student kami during that time. Okay? Bakit very important lang yung fast food sa akin? Dahil doon. Saka pangalawa, first date namin ni Memel, wala akong pera, pinakain ko lang ng hamburger. Diba? At nagkataon pa, nung pinakain ko, Sir, do you have an ID? Yes, meron. Bakit po? Kasi palabas yung pelikulang Extraterrestrial, E.T. Kung meron ho kayong initials na E.T., libre ho yung pagkain. Ay, may idea ko. Enrico Torres. My goodness. Libre yung unang date namin. Libre. God's provision. Oh. Sinasabi ko sa inyo. Okay, so it's expedient. Time, so I'll try to make it fast. Galing, no? So look at what Matthew Henry Study Bible said. Works of charity, like other good works, should be done with thought and design. Whereas some do good only by accident. They comply, it may be hastily, with the importunity of others, without any good design, and give more than they intended, and then repent of it afterwards. Okay? Or possibly, had they duly considered all things, they would have given more. It should freely, whatever we give, be it more or less, and cheerfully. So yung importunity po dyan, ang ibig sabihin, they comply. It may be hastily, with the importunity of others. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung mga immediate na pangangailangan ng mga iba. Kaya ka na nagbigay kasi may namatay. Merong may sakit, nasa ospital. Kailangan ng tulong. Doon lang tayo magbibigay. Di ba? Kaya, I also want to thank God for Kuya Dick. Bakit? Imagine, siya nagsabi sa amin sa GLF, pwede ho ba mag-set aside na tayo ng fund para kung meron hong mamamatay o may magkakasakit, meron tayong ibibigay na 5,000 or 10,000 depending on the ability of the patient or the family of the patients. Imagine, naisip niyo yun. Hindi out of accident, my dear brothers and sisters. Naisip ni Kuya Dick, bakit? May love. Giving emphasis on love. May palo. Okay, anatomy of... Eto na. Anatomy of a giver. It must be with reverential fear. Kayo mo ba, kapag ka nakakatanggap kayo ng sweldo nyo, ano ang unang ginagawa nyo? Let's say, tanggap nyo. Or let's say, winindo nyo sa ATM. Paano? Ako, automatic. Ha? Automatic. Ako talaga, pagkabigay ko sa wife ko, tanggal na. Hindi na pwedeng umangal. Ano pa? Anything na matanggap ko, nagmamadali ako, bumalik sa church para ibigay yung 10%. Hindi ko na iniintay yung Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday. Pag meron akong pagpapalang natanggap, na more than doon sa usual kong tinatanggap, hindi ko na rin i-delay yun. Bibigay ko na rin kagad yun. Bakit? With reverential fear. Baka magastos ko to. Baka kung anong magawa ko rito sa perang to, tukso to eh. Pambili na ng bagong cellphone yan. iPhone 6 Plus. Oh. Hirap, di ba? So in the final analysis, a giver, eto na, paborito nyo to eh. The giver will be rewarded. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly. How about those who will give bountifully? Bountifully rin, di ba? And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that ye always having all sufficiency in all things. So ano yung mga scriptural rewards? Number 1, you have good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and even running over. It depends on how you give. If you give good measure, then you will receive good measure. That's the promise. Second, receive bountifully. When you give bountifully, di ba? Pangalawa, grace all abound. Aba, sarap pakinggan nun. Next, di ba napakasarap yan? Having sufficiency in all things. I cannot remember a prayer that I've uttered anywhere. Kasi I do pray anywhere. You know? I cannot remember any time that I ask God, God prosper me because I need to do this, I need to buy this, and I want to be like this. Please give me the money, dear Lord. Please prosper me. Di ba? O, di ba naman? Ito ho, ang total budget namin for 2,000. I never prayed for that. Ang sinasabi ko lang parati, 3 things, major. Number 1, I thank Him and praise Him. Number 2, ask for all the forgiveness for the things that I have committed, for my shortcomings. And number 3, just keep us and protect us from any harm. That's my usual prayer every day. And then you detail that, the church, di ba? Your work, your family, etc. Ito pa. Will abound to, ang ibig sabihin pala nun, binasa ko, will abound to every good work, kaya pala mag-a-abound. Habang nagbibigay ka, at may puso ka magbigay, lalo ka niyang ibibless. Bakit? Kasi alam niya na you will have the ability to give more. Kaya pala, medyo yung, ang tawag natin, yung imbudo, no? Kaya pala, medyo yung tunnel, masikip, kasi ang sikip din ang kamay mo. Sabi yung gano'n, boksingero ka na, ano tawag doon? Boksingero, kasi pagka ayaw magbigay, nakatiko mong kamay, di ba? Pagkaratista, nakabuka. Ngayon, boksingero ka na, ano ba yung isa? Golfer ka pa? Biro mo, nakasuntok na. Hawak pa yung kaibit rito. Diba? Grabe. So, pag tinawag ka ng golfer ka, medyo kabahan ka na nun. Okay? Now, eto. This one I need to add. Sabi kasi niya, blessings will keep on pouring so that you shall not have enough room to receive it. Kuya Eric, di ba, with regard to tithing yan? Eh, yun na nga eh. So, kapag faithful ka pa doon sa tithing pa lang, wala ka nang, wag nga tayo maging faithful doon sa iba. Hindi naman. Ang sinasabi pala ng Panginoon, kung faithful ka pa lang doon sa tithing, there will be no room enough to receive it. Okay? Now, this is the last slide. yung pong sinasabi ko sa inyo, scriptural rewards na yan ng giver. Meron ho yung scriptural specifications. Okay? Number 1, it must be done deliberately. Nung tinignan ko yung word na deliberate, angkop na angkop doon sa sinabi ni Pastor kanina umaga. Ganun sa preaching niya. Excellent, reasonable, and acceptable. Yan dapat yung ibibigay mo. Hindi yung bukas na ang sacrificial, binabalot mo yung ano mo ngayon. Teka, magkano ba yung natira dito? Magkano ba natira dito sa pera ko ngayon? Yun na lang lagay ko rito. Hindi deliberate po yun. That's being done hastily. You didn't prepare for it. And do you think God will be pleased? Sabi nga kanina, di ba? Hindi ba alam ni Cain kung paano dapat magbigay? Alam niya eh. Pero hindi niya pa rin ginawa eh. Okay? Isang taon yan, alam naman natin yan, before dumating yung March, alam na natin eh, na meron tayong sacrificial offering. Huwag ka nang umangal, kasi isang taon yung binigay sa atin eh. Kung ang gagawin mo the day before, eh talagang, di ba? At hindi naman ang sakripisyo mo, isang araw lang. Huwag ka na magsakripisyo, huwag na ibigay. Hindi ba? Huwag na lang. Biro mo nabigyan ka pa sa isang araw, di ba? There is no objection, hesitation, or with deep regret. Kasi ang sabi kanina, meron nagbigay, pagkatapos, he will regret. Ba't ko ba binigay pa yan? Dapat, dinagdag ko na lang doon sa allowance. Di ba? Maraming ganyan. So, if you're a giver, don't hesitate. Number 3. It must be out of love, not only by accident or due to any importunity. Inulit-ulit yung word na yun. Okay? Huwag lang dahil may pangangailangan. Okay? Okay. This one. Definitive measurements must be made. Sinabi na ng Panginoon yung levels. Inulit ko pa kanina. Number 1. Good measure. Sunod. Press down. Shake it together. Run it over. So, naka-level siya. So, huwag niyong kalimutan yung ganong stage. Okay? So, I think with that, what's the very conclusion? Giving changes everything, and maraming salamat sa opportunity na binigay niyo sa akin, ha? And I'm pretty sure God will bless all of you. Just follow the formula. Okay? Thank you.